Before everything collapsed, there was a moment he didn't notice. A tiny shift, a breath. Something his mind tried to ignore. But when his hand began to tremble, that was the first sign, the moment his body realized what his mind refused to accept. Then look at his eye. The smallest twitch revealing everything he tried to hold together. The fear hiding behind the stillness. His breath clouds the air, a slow panic rising beneath the surface, fog blurring the world in front of him, the weight in his chest becoming impossible to hide. Shadows stretching longer, darker, as if they knew, a voice in his head whispering, "Not again." But he stayed still, like a man waiting for the truth to choose him. His pulse skipping beats. His jaw tightens. A quiet war beneath the skin. He blinks once, slow, as if reality might disappear if he doesn't acknowledge it. But reality was already here, creeping into the cracks of his thoughts. Cold fingers wrapping around his spine. The room around him fading, shrinking. Silence becoming louder than anything he's ever heard. His throat tightens, words turning to dust before they reach his lips. But fear has teeth, and it bites back. His mind races, wanting to run, wanting to freeze, wanting everything except the truth. Every memory he avoided begins to surface. Every mistake echoes in the hollow space inside him. He breathes in, but the air feels heavier now, thicker, as if even the oxygen knows what's coming. He stares at nothing, but sees everything. A life rewinding behind his eyes, a moment stretching into eternity. And then, the realization hits him. Not gently, not softly, but like a door slamming shut, with no way back. The exact second, this was the moment. His world stopped pretending. The fracture before the collapse, the truth he could no longer outrun. And all he could do was breathe. But even in that breath, something inside him shifted. A quiet breaking, a silent recognition. The kind that doesn't scream, because it doesn't need to. His shoulders lowered, as if the truth finally climbed onto his back. His eyes glassed over, searching for answers. In a world that suddenly felt unfamiliar, time slowed, not mercifully, but cruelly. Every thought sharpened, like shards of glass turning in his mind. Memories pressed against his skull, each one louder than the last. He wanted to move. He didn't. He wanted to speak. He couldn't. So he sat there, caught between the person he was and the person this moment would force him to become. A single heartbeat echoing in a room full of silence. A man facing the one truth he could never unsee again. And somewhere deep inside him, something cracked open. Something he'd been holding shut for far too long. This wasn't the collapse, it was the beginning of it. The slow unraveling. The first thread pulled loose. And once it moved, the rest followed. His thoughts frayed, unraveling faster than he could hold them. Memories, fears, truths, all slipping through his fingers, like something he was never meant to control. He felt it in his chest first, a tightening, then a release, almost like something inside him exhaled for the very first time. The world around him blurred, not from fear, but from clarity, a clarity so sharp it nearly cut. He wasn't falling apart, not anymore. He was being stripped down to whatever he truly was underneath. Every lie he told himself, every mask he wore, every version of him he pretended to be, they all dissolved, one by one, in the quiet of that moment. And in that silence, something else began to rise. Something slow, something honest, something he could no longer deny. It didn't scream. It didn't demand. It simply waited for him to see it. And when he finally did, he froze. Because what stared back at him wasn't the man he used to be, but the man he was becoming. No more illusions. No more hiding. No more running. Just truth. Raw, heavy, and unavoidable. And as it settled into him, into the cracks, into the fractures, into every place he had once kept locked, he understood. This wasn't the collapse. It was the beginning of it. The slow awakening. The first honest breath, after a lifetime of holding it in. And when he finally exhaled, he knew there was no going back.